Have you been struggling with telling your limbs on what to do? Your arms and legs just won't listen to what you have to say?
Move! Move! Move!
Well, we have the solution for you. Introducing the nervous system. It interprets your movements, moves your arms and legs, and last but not least, lets you speak. Without the nervous system, you could be this guy. If you call now, we can guarantee you can turn from this into this. And don't worry about it taking up your time. We know how important it is nowadays that things like this need to be speedy and quick. So we can assure you that the nervous system works right when you put it in. With this system, you can have not one, but 2 organs that control your fleshy suit. The brain and spinal cord is included in this system and it allows you to do all sorts of things, from running to swimming. The brain is a part of the central nervous system. My partner Nicole will fill you in about that later. And it's the main hub for interpreting your sensory input. In just a few milliseconds, the brain sends millions of signals throughout your body, and just like magic, everything moves. It's the command center for everything. You must be thinking, what if the brain can only control one section of my body? Well, that's when the spinal cords come into play. With just a snap and a click, the spinal cord makes sure that the brain's signals travel all throughout your body. The spinal cord is the brain's partner in crime, and with these 2 parts put together, it creates your very own central nervous system. But if you call in the next 30 minutes, we will include your very own bag of neurons. What are neurons, you ask? I'll turn this over to my partner, Jaren, who's the expert on neurons.
Hi, I'm Jared. Now, you may be asking, how does this all work? The answer is simple, neurons. What's a neuron, you ask? Well, a neuron is the main building block of the nervous system. They are long-lived, amniotic, and have a high metabolic rate, and they make up the entire nervous system. Something so small can make up something so massive. So, let's talk about the little things that make up the massive system. Neurons are made up of 3 very important parts: the cell body, the dendrites, and the axons. The body of the neuron lets it maintain its structure and provide energy to drive activities. The axon has the important role to carry messages made with electrical impulses between the body and the brain. Without this, your nervous system wouldn't be able to function. The brain wouldn't be able to respond to you wanting to move. And last but not least, we have the dendrites. The dendrites respond to those messages that the axon sends. They're the ones that receive the information on what you want to move and let you do it. Now that we've gone over what builds a neuron, let's talk about all the different types. You didn't think it was just one doing all the wonderful things in your system. Your system does, did you? First up, we have sensory neurons. The wonderful things that let you feel anything. Sensory neurons are responsible for letting you feel when something is wrong with your body through pain, and letting you feel what you touch. These 2 things are very important, and life would be very different without either. The sensory neuron works by sending signals to your central nervous system, which leads to your brain. The next neuron we have is the motor neurons. They come with the ability to let you move your body. They do this by carrying signals away from the central nervous system, letting your body move on your command, and letting your body move on your command. And the final neurons we're going to talk about are the inner neurons. The inner neurons shuttle signals that the other 2 neurons send, letting them get to where they need to be safely. Though they don't send signals themselves, they are still very important in getting information to the brain and back. If this explanation didn't convince you, then I have something else you'll definitely enjoy. With this bag of neurons, we'll give you not 1, not 2, but 3 bags of magic dust to blow away all the diseases that might develop in your nervous system. What diseases, you may ask? Let's turn it over to Nicole, our specialist, to give you some insight.
Hi, I'm Nicole. You must be thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want diseases with my nervous system. What should I do? I know what to do. But first, let's talk about the different kinds of diseases you might get with your nervous system. Firstly, everyone's heard of it, Alzheimer's disease. For those who don't know, it's a type of dementia that affects memory, thinking, and behaviors. It mostly affects your brain since it's the control center of all thinking. Then you get to epilepsy, a brain disorder that causes recurring, unprovoked seizures. This disorder takes control of your movements. Instead of controlling them, they control you. Lastly, we have Parkinson's disease, another brain disorder that causes uncontrollable movements. This is similar to epilepsy, but what's different is the scale of these movements. Parkinson's is at a much smaller scale than epilepsy. Now, every nervous system is different, and you can get one or more diseases with them. But with the help of these magic dust bags, they'll just poof away in a snap. Just call in the next 30 minutes and we'll throw in both bags of neurons and the bags of magic dust. Side effects may include hallucination, dizziness, forgetfulness, clumsiness, and increased intensity of emotion. With all that being said, we hope that you give us a call and get your own nervous system today.